Okay, guys, this is going to be my review of the film Zodiac. I really enjoyed it. I think, for me personally, I liked it more than the Social Network. I think mainly because of that crime aspect and that investigation aspect. But they're very similar. They're neck and neck for me. But I really enjoyed this film. I think you have a great cast, and the story keeps evolving decade, year by year, whatever. And it is interesting to see kind of like how it evolves year by year, and that all of this for the most part is true. And I think it being real is very what's it called? Makes it feel more interesting because you realize all of this actually happened and has that more aspect of realism that you get scared of. Um, and it was just great seeing like the investigation evolve and the suspects and the witnesses and the murdering. And it was mainly about the investigators, but they were so interesting in the cartoonist aspect, the police aspect, the reporter aspect of it, and everybody trying to solve it year by year, and the scope of this film being over multiple cities, multiple decades, made it feel very interesting. But going to this film, I had known this is based on real life killings and a murderer who we don't know, who till this day we don't know if he had been who it was. We to this day we didn't know. We don't know who the Zodiac killer was, and I think going into that knowing that could and does tamper the enjoyment of it. And I mean, everybody, this is real in the sense that nobody knows who it was. So I think it took a little bit of enjoyment because that either they don't figure out, either he's not the person who did it, or he's just simply a suspect. They have no, but yeah, the Lee Allen case was like felt so on the dot. So, but again, he died before they got the chance to interview him, and so they never really knew. But to be honest, based on this case, it does seem pretty convenient that he had a heart attack before they could talk. It seems like maybe he tried to kill himself or something and framed it as a heart attack. Maybe that's just my conspiracy theories. I don't know. But this film is great. Great cast and great story, great mystery, great crime aspect, great detective aspect. And I'm just in for just a great detective story. And there were some chilling moments when he visited Lee Allen's trailer with like all the rodents and stuff. I was like chilling. And but you know what got me the most was when I forgot the character's name. When the cartoonist went to the guy, the the person who worked at the movie theater, the person who worked at the when he went to the person who worked at the movie theater's house, right? And then he went in his basement, and it was so creepy, and he was so creepy, and the door was locked, and it was just like so creepy. Um, and like it gives you chills, like oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, because it was very, very, very creepy, to say the least. To see, so there were some great thriller moments, some great, but mainly I love the detective aspects, solving the case, interviewing people, um, looking at the decoding messages, and that was really, I think, the strongest point of this film is seeing, um, just seeing these people, these different people, and their approach to solving this mystery, and actually attempting to solve the mystery over the course of years and years and years and decades and decades and decades. I think also it was cool to see some of the murderings and the first murdering, and then look at the one survivor, and and what else? The one survivor, uh, uh, and then the one with the baby and the mother that both survived, and the cab one. So there's a lot of great, chilling murder sequences too. But I think the one thing I'll say that kind of not bothered me, but it was just an interesting thing is this film. I've said this before, took place over decades and decades. Yet, um, yet they didn't age at all, which is kind of funny and interesting. That's just a little nugget. I mean, it's not criticism, and see that same criticism over every film that takes place over decades. I think I watched a film recently with that. Yeah, oh yeah, The Social Network is another just same example. That took place over a couple of years. Yet then they didn't really age, but it only took place over a couple of years. Now I'm trying to think. The Irishman was different because the Irishman they used technology to age them, but even then that was a little wonky. I'd rather them not really age the characters than try to make digital aging or de-aging or whatever. So, but I really enjoyed this film. I really thought it was very, very good, very interesting, and the story always hooked me. It was like it just felt that just the story and all its components really was what really intrigued me. But yeah, great cast, great performances, great everything. It was really good. But I do think as the audience, knowing that the case was never solved, hinders it a little bit because we know this story is an open-ended story. But it was good to see that the cartoonist actually published his book. Anyway, stay tuned for videos coming at you.